Hello, welcome. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Um, Please let me know if you can hear me and see me. Maybe I need to check that myself as well, because just to double check that the stream is working, because we've had problems with that, so I need to make sure. Um, but it looks like we are live, so that's good. Welcome, everyone. What are you up to today? How are you doing? Let me know. How is your Aurelium planning going? Do you have already all the books, or what's the status on everything? My plan today is to finish Hum by Helen Phillips. Uh, I um I actually don't know how far in the physical book. I'm listening to an audiobook, and I have 49 minutes left, so I plan to finish that. That should take maybe two sprints. So plan to finish this one, and then this was longlisted for the Climates Fiction Prize, and tomorrow is actually announcement of the shortlist of the prize. And this is the first book I'm reading for it, so I've been a little bit behind on my plans, but that's okay. This is the first one I'm reading for the prize, but I have two more here on the shelf that I'm planning to read sometime soon. But yeah, that's my plan. And when I finish that one and I have any time left, then it will continue sprinting, because we'll see about that. I feel a little bit nervous, stressed, tired, and everything. So we'll see how long we'll sprint today. But if we'll sprint more, my plan is then to continue with human rights. I was also thinking of starting the next book for my hair cat challenge, but I'm not sure I feel starting a new book. I feel like that's too much energy. So I maybe will leave that for tomorrow, and today instead I will focus on making some progress in human rights. Here I am this far in, so about 25% ish. So I'm planning to make progress with that. How are you all doing? Hello, Natalie. Welcome. How are you doing? Good evening, Vicky. How are you? Hello, Alex. What are your plans today? I tried reading some library criticism earlier, and it's a no-go for today, so I'm going to clean my email and read any useful ones. All right, sounds good. Yeah, not every day is a brain day, so that's totally understandable. And yeah, it's good not to push it sometimes. So good luck with your mailbox cleaning. Hello, welcome. Doing some cross stitch. Might read later, but not planning on it right now. Sounds good. What is the pattern you're working on right now? I think it's possible I will also cross stitch while listening to this. I've been doing that the entire time. I'm currently working on like a table runner with Easter theme, so should be working on that in the sprint, or not in the sprint, but I want it to be done by Easter, which seems like very ambitious, but I'll give it my best go, and we'll see. I just finished putting away groceries and will heat up leftovers for dinner soon. Then I want to weave in ends of my blanket to finish it, possibly with an audiobook. Sounds good. Very good. How big was the blanket you said? I know you were talking about it yesterday, but it's just like a couch cozy blanket, right? And what is the audiobook you plan to listen to? Let me know. Regarding Aurelium, I figured out, I think, um, most of my books. I also posted on Discord a poll for you to pick when you would like to have the planning session. So don't forget to go vote there. This time I made it longer because I know Denise said a few times that she missed the poll just because she was at work and everything. So now I made the poll 3 days long. So I posted it today, so you have some time, but better now than never. So in case you forget, but yeah, please vote, so we have like the best chance. So far, Sunday, March 29th is winning, which is in over a week. That's it. That's okay. But it's quite long time ahead, and I'm I'm restless. I want to know what I'll be reading, but that's fine. I'm excited regardless on when it is. That will also leave me more time to maybe get some books from library by then for some of the prompts. So yeah, we'll see. There are most votes are for the weekends. So go ahead over on Discord and vote there if you would like to um, participate and vote on when you are able to participate. I'm still listening to Clara and the Sun, and I'm also still halfway through The Space Between Worlds, so reading the same as the last week. Okay. Yeah. Are you enjoying them? Are they good? Or not so much? That's why it's taking so long. I actually started this one yesterday, but it is a short one. It is a short one. It is 249 pages. And I'm counting it for a prompt for Eldia that is book shorter than 250 pages, which it just cuts. It just cuts because it's 249. But yeah, I don't know how long in I am. I am not sure where I am. Here, body sleep. I don't know, maybe here. 17 must be here. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter really where I am. Somehow 208 pages, probably more. Hello, welcome. How are you doing? What are you up to today? Yeah, and I don't know how many sprints will go for today. I mean, initially I was thinking 2 sprints, so I can finish my book, but we'll see. If I feel like more, we will go for more. But if I don't feel like more, I will cut them short today because I'm feeling very tired and kind of like a little bit headache, a little bit restless, a little bit all over the place. So we'll see. Maybe the sprints will calm me down and help me calm me down, or maybe I will need just to cut off the screen and do something analogical. Analogical?
Analog.
Yeah. Something analog. Something analogial. Digital analogal. What's the word? Analog.
Non-digital.
Non-digital. Is there a word for non-digital other than a non-digital? Something with analogy, because analog is opposite of digital, right? Or digital. Yeah. I don't think they are the same form of the word, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So yeah, I really enjoy Clara and the Sun, and the other one is interesting too, but not reading much in general at the moment, and also pause them for Ocean and Anne. Okay, so that's my fault, basically. My bad. But good. I'm glad you're enjoying them. That's good. This one, I'm not enjoying that much. I mean, it is kind of a story of a mad woman descending to madness, some very rational decisions that are taken out of context, and then some really crazy decisions. So it's a little bit like not my favorite type of book, but we'll see how it wraps up. um, can you recommend some books, please? I want to start reading, but I'm lost. Okay, do you know what kind of genres you like? Do you like thrillers? Do you like fantasy or historical fiction, nonfiction, contemporary romance? Do you have any preference? Yes, sure. Let's say it's your fault. Thank you, thank you. I take full responsibility. Yes. um, I also wanted to post the poll for the adulthood rights when we'll be discussing that. So keep an eye on that. But I will probably wait until the poll for the Aurelium planning session is done. So I don't put too many polls, even though it feels like I'm putting polls every week now. But, you know, I will wait probably a few days with that. Anything that would keep me hooked, to be honest. Thriller sounds fun. Okay, let's see. I the one that like my favorite thriller of all time is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Gillian Flynn. I don't know if you've read that or seen that, but that one would be my recommendation number one when it comes to thrillers. I recently read The Husband's Wife by Alice Finney. That was really good. Really hooked me in. Read that really fast. And then what else do we have? I could recommend The Silent Patient is pretty good. I think that one keeps you really hooked to find out what's going on. It keeps you creating your own theories and really want to find out which of them is true. And let me see. Yeah, that would be my top picks that I can think of right now. I don't know if that helps. I can't think of any like really, really good ones. Then there was another one that I really loved actually. Two more that I feel like they really hooked me in. Actually, I just remembered. One would be Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Totally hooked me in, and I loved it. And then one more, a bit older one, a bit more like I don't think it's really high quality work, but it definitely kept me intrigued and I listened to it so fast. Like I listened to it on audiobook and it was so fast. It was Verity by Colin Hoover. So okay, gotta give them a shot. Thank you so much. I read The Silent Patient. It was so fun. God. Okay, good. So then maybe you will enjoy the rest of them as well. If we align there. So that sounds good. So hope you enjoy them. And I don't typically now read thrillers as often as I used to back in the day, I would say. And now my reading is much more spread out over different genres, so I don't have that many thrillers on the go or like ready to recommend. But I do want to read more of them because they are a lot of fun. I was waiting for you to recommend Evelyn Hardcastle, even though a mystery, not thriller. True, you're right. Yes. Sorry to disappoint, but yes, 100%. The Seven and a Half Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. That is a 500-page book or over 500 pages. I read it in 2 days and I'm a slow reader. So that is another one that totally kept me hooked. It is a very confusing one. So if you do not want to do the work, if you just want something that's fun, that one might not be the top pick. But it's, I don't know, I had so much fun with that one. It was fantastic. And that was a 5-star. So definitely that one as well. Thank you, Natalie. Yeah, I know. Verity was the only Hoover book I read. Yeah, I read a few, and Verity was, I don't know if the best one, but it was one that like kept me hooked a lot. I read a few books by Colin Hoover, and she's not an author I gravitate towards, but I know if I would pick something from her, I would probably read it pretty fast. But it's not something that stands out too much. Also because Verity I know is kind of like another story reimagined. I'm not going to say which one because if you read that one, spoilers. But yeah, that's why it's for me. It's not like top of the list, but it is one that hooked me in. So it definitely qualifies for that list. And then Evelyn Hardcastle for sure. Yes. How did I forget that one? I didn't think of it as a thriller. You're right. It was more of a mystery. It's not a thriller because thriller is kind of characterized as the main character is threatened, right? And is in danger. while mystery is more like the main character is trying to figure out the mystery around them. So Evelyn Hardcastle is definitely more of a mystery than thriller, but still similar genre. But let me share my screen so I can, well, share the timer with you, and we can go for the first sprint. I'm gonna go for 45 minutes. There we go. So yeah, let's do it. So good luck with whatever you're doing your reading, and I'll talk to you in 45. Hello, welcome back. How did you all do? I started with reading Human Rights because Henrik was here, so I didn't want to, lock out in the headphones. And I read 2 chapters. Yeah. So I read, what, 13 pages of this. And then I grabbed my cross stitching. So here is the progress of the Easter cross stitch. And working on that while listening to the audiobook, and I have 43 minutes left in the audiobook in this one. So I will prioritize that in the next sprint to try to finish that. And then we'll see. Then we'll continue with the human rights probably for one sprint and then probably wrap it up. So it'll be 3 sprints total, I think. If that's okay. Hello, welcome. Giving the like button a hug. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Updated my browser and the live didn't start. It's some new nonsense every week blocking me from these sprints. I swear. And I don't understand it. I really don't understand that. What's wrong? I'm sorry. Hello, Charlotte. Welcome. Hello. Happy Tuesday. How are you, Efka? Hello, Cleo. Welcome. How are you doing? I did the groceries and put them away, posted on Instagram and shared it with friends on WhatsApp. Sounds good. Very nice. Back from cinema. What did you go and see? Was that the movie you wanted to see on, what was it, Saturday? Was that the one? I had dinner, did dishes, and unloaded the dishwasher, made tea, and scrolled for the rest of the time. Nice. Sounds good. What tea did you make? But that reminds me, I should also do dishes, but I'm so trashed that I don't know. Well, not drunk, just tired. Everything hurts. That I don't know if I'll do dishes or if I'll leave it for tomorrow. Maybe I can do dishes tomorrow, or I don't know. But maybe I should do them now. So maybe I'll do that in the next sprint while listening to the audiobook. That might be actually a good shout instead of cross stitch because it's also bad light here. I might just go do dishes and then continue with cross stitch. Which movie did you see, Cleo? The Testament of Anne Lee. Okay. Was that nominated for Oscar? That doesn't ring a bell. Hello, welcome, Adriana. How are you doing? I joined in the last minute of the sprint. I'm reading The Thornbirds by Colleen McCullough. It's a beautiful book, but heartbreaking. Okay, never heard. Let me check that out. The Thornbirds. I like titles with birds in it. I don't know why. On Goodreads, it has 4.25 rating. Nice. But it's an old book. It's from 1977, it looks like. Nice. Okay. It begins in the early part of the 20th century when Paddy Cleary moves his wife, Fiona, and their 7 children to Drogheda, the vast Australian sheep station owned by his autocratic and childless older sister. And it ends more than half a century later when the only survivor of the 3rd generation, the brilliant actress Justine O'Neill, sets a course of life and love halfway around the world from her roots. That sounds good. Glad you're enjoying it. We already saw that one. I'm here now. That's what matters. Yeah, that's what matters. Is it working fine for you now? Is it all good? I need to look up that movie. Do that. Whoa. One of my friends is named Anne with an E. Anne Lee. What? Huh. Interesting. There is some kind of metrics going on here. Uploaded another one of my reviews to NetGalley. The ratio is at 79 now. Fantastic. Should be back above 80 by the end of the week. Oh my god, that's amazing. I should also, I will probably make a time for it by the end of the week to write some reviews also for NetGalley. There are some books that I've read that I should post reviews of as well. I will do that. But very nice. And I got a new book from NetGalley today. What did you think of it, Cleo? No, on Saturday I was trying to watch Marty Supreme. Oh yeah, the ping pong player, right? Oh, the drama with that. That was fun. What did you think of it? Why did I get that message twice? I think Shakers are crazy, but I like the movie well enough. Amanda Seyfried was really good. Okay. Yeah, I mean Amanda Seyfried is really good. But what are Shakers? I think Shakers are crazy. I don't know what that means. What is the movie about then? The Testaments of Anne Lee. Sorry, my nose is running. I don't know why. Testaments of Anne Lee. Testament of Anne Lee. Epic fable about religious leader Anne Lee, the founding leader of the Shaker movement, who was proclaimed by her followers as the female Christ and went on to build one of the largest utopian societies in American history. Lee, one of the rare female religious heads at the time, and her followers worshipped through exuberant song and dance. So it sounds like a cult. Um, okay, interesting. But yeah, drama, history, musical. Okay, the songs. I like musical movies usually. But yeah, sounds good. I've been meaning to, or I've been thinking if I should watch some of the movies. I know the one that won. I can't remember the name of it. Is on HBO, so I could watch it. But I'm terrified of watching movies still. It's still too daunting for me, um, because of my anxiety. So I don't know if I should. I got through my business email and my day job associated email. Now going through my crappy email. I've also moved laundry to the dryer and put lunch on the stove. Sounds good. Very productive sprint. It is like another branch of Christianity, like the Methodists, Quakers, etc. Ah, okay. Quakers, Shakers. What is that name? Well, that sounds nothing like my Anley. That's I'll say that's good, I guess. Even though I mean to be head of a Christian branch, um, not too bad maybe. But it did sound like a cult, so I don't know. Um, but yeah, should we hop into the next sprint? It was portrayed as a peaceful religion that also didn't really bother those not interested in it. But yeah, they are called Shakers because they shake, and so it looks crazy. All right. Not sure whether they really were like that. Okay, who knows? I don't know. We need someone who knows. Uh, wait, there was a timer. I didn't hear the timer go. That's okay. All right. Are we ready for the next sprint? Another 45 minutes. I'm gonna go do the dishes. I think I can do that. I am tired, but it will feel so good to clean up the kitchen a bit. So I think I will do that. I will power through and do that. So let's go for a sprint. According to end credits, there are still like two shakers today. What? Like two groups or two like persons? Okay. Ready to read this sprint. Sounds good. Good luck with that. Good luck with whatever you're doing, whether it's reading or anything else. I'll talk to you in 45 minutes. Hello, welcome back. How did you all do? I did the dishes, so yay for me, while listening to Hum. I finished it, and I have very mixed feelings about it. I appreciated so many things about it, but as a whole, it felt kind of like a half a book. Like there were so many things that needed to be resolved, so many things that needed to be addressed or described more, while some other things felt like it was like it all of it was set up so well and then it wasn't finished. That's how it felt like. So yeah, I mean, it was okay, but eh, I don't know, it'll probably be like a very very mediocre 3 star, I think, unfortunately, but that's okay. So that goes that there goes that. That means I have 2 books left on my Herkiat TBR challenge, but I will not read those today. I will start one of them tomorrow. Also, in the meantime, I was working on my cross stitch, so I made this plant here and started with the bunny's tail. So that's what I was doing, and yeah, another book down. I'm reading really fast now. Like last 2 weeks, I've read 5 books, I think. I have something in my mouth, some hair. Sorry. But how did you all do? Mm-mm-mm. There are two shakers today, like 2 people, 6,000 edits highest. Okay, that's not that much. So understandably in that case. And got to 51% and did my Duolingo. Very nice. You did your Duolingo. Okay, here's my question. I heard that the company made very questionable choices on Duolingo and that it's going very much downhill. What's your experience? Do you have any opinion or any experience with that it changed so much and it's gotten so much worse? Um, I haven't used Duolingo in a long time, but I'm curious. Watching another live stream, I couldn't figure out where the music was coming from. Sorry, it's not the lady telling you to, you know, take a break. That one wasn't working for all. Maybe I could get back to it now on this computer, but it wasn't working on the other computer. So sorry about that. Congratulations on finishing Hum. Thank you. Yeah. I started yesterday, so I finished that in 2 days. So that's pretty good for me. Didn't read at all. I think I'll move to bed to remove distractions and read there until I fall asleep. That sounds good. That sounds like a good plan. So that probably means that you are leaving this stream. If that's the case, thank you so much for joining. Hope you sleep well and hope you get a few pages in at least before going to sleep. Research the higher callings again to try and figure out which to pursue. Do you have a decision yet? Or not yet? I cleaned out the wasteful retail newsletter. I listened to Eine Kleine Nachtmusik. I don't know what MVT1 is while eating, but I don't seem to pick that one up easily. I got a laundry out of the dryer. Nice. That's a lot you did in one sprint. Very nice. Good job. I finished the blanket and am now organizing and tidying the little yarn leftovers I have. Fantastic. Very good job. Did you post somewhere? Did you post maybe on Denise's Discord? The result or on Instagram? This is why I leave tabs open. I click off and they leave my brain. I get it. I totally get it. So that's good. My hair is so messy. I apologize. I'm seeing a lot more advertising, but I haven't heard about the shadiness. I have to look into it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about the advertisement. I heard about that they fired the people or like they let go of the people who were creating the lessons, like the teachers and lecturers and stuff like that, and translators, and instead started using AI to create the lessons. So it's very repetitive and much less, and like sometimes doesn't make sense and stuff like that. So that's what I heard, but I wouldn't know. I very much hate love duo, love a streak, hate most of the rest. Is it really worth the streak then if you hate the rest? Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I just felt like it was not good enough for me anymore at that point. I used it a lot for some vocabulary at some point for different languages, but now not really. Not yet. I really just finished it a few minutes ago, and I think I'll need daylight to take pictures. We'll do that tomorrow. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Nice. I'm excited to see it. I'm very excited to see it. World builder would just make sense, but is the least challenging one. Yeah, that's true. I was also thinking like, why is world builder so easy? Like you would do world builder in 1 year. But take it this way. You have character that does two different things, right? So why don't you take two of the higher callings? Take the demonic one, that would probably be pretty good. And this one. And then that will be pretty challenging. Or how much is the demonic one? But then you could kind of like mix it up and do like every other book would be for different calling, or set aside, 4 books of each or something like that and continue that way. You could do that as well. I tried out chess on Duo and it's not very good at teaching. Never noticed because I already had decent knowledge of Italian, but I know nothing about chess at all. Okay. Yeah, I think I tried chess, but by that time uh, I was already pretty good at chess. So, I mean, pretty good. Um, Kind of like currently on chess.com, I'm like 1100, which is pretty good for an average person, of course. Not like considering the best people, but like my brother-in-law, he plays all the time and he's like 800, and he plays like every day a few games. So I'm not too bad. um, so for me the duo chess was kind of like, you're not gonna teach me anything. Like I'm much better off spending time on chess.com learning about it, which is also for free, by the way, than on duo. So if you want to learn chess, I'd recommend that. An official and a secret higher calling sounds fun. Yeah, I mean, the character was studying 2 callings, one official one in secret, so why not also higher calling that way? They could also work, maybe. And of course it was easier. So this is where it's kind of tricky. I feel like, I don't know. Okay, Aurelium talk. I don't know if it is just because the way it was set up from the beginning and I'm just used to it, but it feels to me like the original callings are much more engaging for me than the higher callings. The higher callings kind of feel like they lose the touch, because the callings have a very specific prompts. So you really have like, I don't know, very limited number of books that fit prompts. Not all of it, like reread, that's very different for everybody. But for example, the one with the temperature word in it, that's quite difficult to find. And it's like kind of brings the community together to find out what books we can read. While with this one, it feels like it's so vague. You can really pick anything, and it just feels like you can do 2 books, nobody cares. You can do 10 books, nobody cares. While for the calling, you have a specific set of books, like a number of books you need to read. So it feels much more committing to me than the higher calling. So the higher callings feels, even though it's like post grad and it's supposed to be, in my opinion, much more difficult, it feels much easier. So it kind of feels like if from the beginning it was the higher calling style of readathon rather than the callings, maybe I wouldn't have been as much into it. Maybe I would, who knows? Because I think it's like still really, really cool. But I'm just thinking like I like the higher callings, and when I get there, I will be happy to do them and try and everything. But it just feels like living on the edge of the society, if that makes sense. Um, like of the Aurelium society, that you kind of lose the touch with the community. I don't know why it feels that way to me. Maybe it's just because of the change or something. But I don't know. I like the higher callings. I like the system in itself, but it feels less engaging. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I like the wideness of the higher callings, except then when I'm trying to choose a calling, it is like, damn, these prompts are very narrow if I'm gonna have to fill my month with books that fit this. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean that's kind of fun. That's kind of the fun. But you could also, of course, use the I don't know what the class is the world builder had, but you can use those as well. But yeah, if you have like 4 prompts and it's like sky, fire, dragon, and something is like 3 prompts or 4 prompts, and you're supposed to read like 7 books that fit those prompts, that feels a little bit like we are really focusing on certain very like which makes sense because it's higher calling, it's post-grad, you're supposed to focus on something specific, but that we are not exactly studying, are we? So I don't know. I have a little bit not like mixed feelings about it, but it's like I'm glad it was not from the beginning kind of thing. Um, and somehow it feels like it's too vague, less engaging, like it's going to lose the exciting part because okay, if we now go and plan our TBRs and people have like higher callings and there is 4 prompts and you want to find 8 books, like how are we even going to help with that? Like we can help find the books in general, but the prompts are so vague that it's really difficult to find. So that's kind of what I mean. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe not at all, but it's just what my brain is thinking anyway. But yeah, I'm not doing the higher callings just yet. I am doing last year of Wild from Druid, and then we'll see if I go for higher calling probably, or if I want to continue with my Beastmaster. I could finish that one as well, but they are so similar with Wild from Druid that I don't know. Teak. The mythologist sounds perfect for my storyline, but then I'm not reading retellings, mythology books with legend or myth in title for the upcoming readathons. I mean, maybe you could challenge yourself, go outside of your comfort zone. And then there are so many books that are like retellings. It doesn't have to be, does it have to be like a mythology retelling or can it be any kind of retelling? There's so many different retellings these days. Like the entire series of What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher is retellings. And if you didn't tell me it's a retelling, I wouldn't have any idea that it was a retelling. So maybe those kind of books count as well. I don't know. And what about the books that are like inspired by Chinese mythology, for example? Those could count as retellings as well, maybe no? Maybe not because that's not mythology. I don't know. It feels like how is it specified? But it's kind of vague. So make your own prompt. Make your own explanation. I don't know how I would understand that one. But I have a few retellings actually on my shelf or a few mythology retellings on my shelves that I definitely want to get to. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now, I think, if I count correctly. Uh, nope, don't want to. Okay, that's fair. Right now we lost the focus. Give me a second. There we now. Hello. Why is this a problem? What's happening? Okay, now it's better. Yes. All right. But should we go for another sprint? I might start with writing down hum into my spreadsheets and everything. And then continue reading this one. That is the plan. So let's do it. And it might be the last sprint actually. How do you feel about that? Or would you prefer one last sprint? Should we do maybe even longer, like 55 minutes or 1 hour, 60 minutes, or two shorter ones? How do you feel about that actually? I could do that. I don't want to do two more full sprints. But do you have any opinion on if you would like one last 60-minute one, let's say, or two short ones, two 30-minute ones? It's 60 minutes anyway, actually, but depends on if we have a break in between or not. Let me know, please. Pretty please, let me know. Um, while you let me know, let me remind you that you can vote on Discord about when you would like to have the Aurelium planning session. I now see 32 votes. Wow, that's amazing. And so far, 29th of March is winning. Sunday, next Sunday. That is not this Sunday, next Sunday. So yeah, that's so far in the lead by one vote. So that it still can change. But I see no opinions coming in. So then I'm going to make a decision myself and going to change that to 60 minutes. One last one. That's going to be a 1 hour long. So let me put last sprint here. And let's go for the sprint then. So good luck with whatever you're doing or reading, and I'll talk to you in 60 minutes. Hello, hello, hello. How did you all do? I started with writing down in the spreadsheet that I finished the book. So I filled it in all the spreadsheets. Yes, there is multiple. And then I scrolled for a bit on Instagram. I think I got stuck for a little bit. And then I read like 15 pages from human rights. So, or 10, 15, 15-ish. I'm on page 126. So progress. Um, and yeah, it's a little frustrating, but it's interesting. So it's good. Didn't make any progress on the cross stitching because I wasn't listening to anything. So maybe we'll do a little bit of that now after the sprints, but um, probably will read also a little bit more because I did not finish the chapter. So I have to, or don't have to, want to finish the chapter. How did you all do? When did you post this? 9:15. Okay, yeah, that was like an hour. Hello, Judith. Hi, I've put Nick to bed and forgot it was Tuesday for a minute. Yeah, that totally can happen. I get it. I get it. No worries. How are you doing? Passing by to hug the like button. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Hello, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I'll be doing anatomy stuff. Studying? What kind of anatomy stuff? But unfortunately, this was our last sprint today. But uh, I'm very happy that you stopped by and I sprint every week on Tuesday at the same time. So if you'd like more sprints, you are absolutely welcome to come back again next Tuesday. But unfortunately, this was the last sprint. A little bit shorter today because I'm feeling very tired and overwhelmed. So unfortunately, this is not one of the long ones. Unsubbed and read what felt like a few dozen life hack emails and have kept four. That's very good. Yeah. I also like regularly unsubscribe from things because the amount of email I get as well is absolutely annoying. Annoying. I hate it. But some of them are like interesting, but I still don't read them. So I need to unsubscribe. So very well done for you there for cleaning up a bit your mail inbox. I read a bit of Operation Bounce House and like it so far. Really love one of the robot characters. Very good. I'm so glad you like it. Uh, yeah, but it's a completely different premise, right? It's the dungeon crawl. Nice. I cleaned up all the crochet stuff and couldn't decide what to start or do next. Made more tea and had a cookie and just lingered. Watched some YouTube, scrolled, looked at crochet plushies. Well, that sounds good. You don't have to always do something and be productive. So this is good. And I mean, you looked at crochet plushies, so you're kind of planning ahead. So that's still great. Great sprint for you. I think I need to read more robot books because every time I pick one of those up, I'm having a blast with them. Yeah, that would kind of suggest that you need to pick more of the robot books. Yeah, there are plenty. There are plenty. I think I like the system of letting them build up so I can read them all in a long session and unsub. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't have a system. I just sometimes get just super annoyed of getting so many emails, so then I unsubscribe from some of them. I don't have a system, but that's interesting. Yeah, my 3 o'clock slump appears to be approaching, so maybe I'll do an errand outside. That sounds good. Is it any warmer weather yet, or is it still like really, really cold? But that sounds like a good plan. Um, but with that also, uh, that was the last sprint. Don't forget, or I'm going to message on it about it on Discord. But if you kind of missed it or something, there is the challenge weekend this coming weekend. So Friday to Sunday, we'll have a challenge weekend. If you have any opportunity or will to host some sprints, please let me know, whether it is on Discord or here on YouTube. Please let me know. I would love to have as many sprints as possible during the weekend. But anyway, I do plan to host some sprints. I haven't decided on which ones yet or like when, but at least one sprint on YouTube and then probably some more on Discord. And we'll see how that goes. But keep an eye out if you'd like some more sprints this weekend. And yeah, I will post about it tomorrow on Discord. That's my planning day plan. That's my plan, to have a planning day tomorrow. So it's gonna be tomorrow. Our weather is up and down instead of all subarctic. Okay, that can be nice to have some nice days in between. But today it's pretty cold, -10 and 40 kilometers. Oof, that sounds brutal. Oof, that's very cold. It's really different, but I knew that before going into it, and I'm happy I knew that before I started. Yeah, that's good. So you knew what not to expect, kind of. The rest of this week is supposed to be above zero. Okay, so a little bit warmer. That's nice. Yeah, here it's now been today 7 degrees, which is like quite warm. Maybe coming days up to 9, but not more than that. So a bit warm here as well. Thanks for sprints. Thank you for sprints, and good night, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out today. Hope you got some things done or had fun anyway. Um, I definitely did. I finished the book and did more progress on both my cross stitch and my other book. So very good for me. And I will keep you updated on Discord about the weekend. And yeah, very looking forward to have a challenge weekend with you. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a nice rest of the day or nice rest of the evening, and have a good night. Thanks for sprinting. It was helpful. Thank you for being here. Happy to help. But yeah, I will see you very soon in the